Astral Projection is the name of the account of whom uploaded the subsequent videos, but there is a good reason behind that. Have you figured it out yet? I bet you haven't. I don't know what is distracting your concentration, but it's easy. The man who uploaded the videos is a believer in the astral projection concept and has tried it before. It is when you lay down and try to sleep. But wait, just there, champ. Don't jump to conclusions. I'm not talking about a normal type of sleeping. Astral projection is when you try to leave your body when it is asleep and use your spirit to go linger around. Believe it or not, I once tried to do it, but that was like 10 years ago. I was such an imbecile. Our guy Jack doesn't seem like a skeptic when it comes to the paranormal and the possibility to encounter ghosts. He lives alone, from what it seems, and he has uploaded the following. One night, he was awakened to some noise. It sounded like bangings. As he walked slowly towards the door and opened it, he found no evidence of any presence other than maybe these possible orbs. He stepped outside the room only for the door to slam shut on him. In the second video, he had to run back to his room at 30 miles per hour out of fear as the blinders in front of him just jiggled, and on his way back, there were loud sounds of bangings, as if they were following him.
It's about 1 a.m. and I was astral projecting, and I normally do this often, but this time, as I was walking up the stairs, something like knocked me back out. And ever since then, I've been hearing knocking noises. Like, do you hear that? I'm just recording it because I don't know what's going on. It's like kind of weird. Hello? Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Anyone here? There's no door open here, right? No.
It's so unfortunate that these two videos were the only available on his account. Literally, his account has no other videos, and these date back to 2023 too. God knows where he is right now. It's always the most risky area when there are spirits of children lingering around, or at least rumors of it. Why, you may ask? Well, that's due to the fact that a child jinn is always playful, which means they always cause the most activity around, and we as humans tend to freak out the moment something in front of us moves unexpectedly without any real force to be seen or felt. So imagine a jinn who loves to mess around. So here come Colton and Casey. The two investigators decided to investigate the house of Oliver. This name may sound familiar, because you should already be aware that there are people called Oliver. How obvious. But that's not what I meant. There is an old animated movie where the main character's name is Oliver. I think he was a cat. What does that have to do with the investigation? I'm not so sure, but the backstory of the haunted house centers around a mysterious child spirit named Oliver. According to reports, the house is undergoing restoration, and during the remodeling process, workers have experienced unexplained phenomena. Tools have been mysteriously moved, and the atmosphere inside the house feels eerier than the cold exterior. These workers were under pressure and didn't sign for that. Maybe they should have expected such activity. The house is ancient. There has to be a bit of paranormal activity here and there. The investigators had to confirm if these rumors were true, and right away the confirmation came as positive. As they walked in, the EMF detectors and other devices were detecting activity and picked up what the ghosts were saying. Not so long after, they hear a strange sound of something banging repeatedly. Turns out it was a basketball that was rolling down from upstairs mysteriously. That moment reminded me of a horror animated movie where a basketball was involved. The longer the investigation took, the more intense the activity became. Motion detecting balls are lighting simultaneously and moving. Footsteps, and at some point, a box spring fell from its place. The activity became more apparent when they decided to use the Ouija board.
nuts.
Oh yeah, you know what? Good. Hopefully this one goes nuts too.
Yeah.
Let's see. What'd it say?
I'm scared.
I'm scared. Okay, well, we know that we're here to communicate with the spirit of a little boy. Goes by the name Oliver. If you're here with us right now, Oliver, can you come close to one of these devices? Can you use the device and call? What is that? What the is that, dude?
That sounded like footsteps.
What did that say?
You shouldn't be here.
Hello?
No way.
What the?
Where the did that even come from?
Yeah. Is it all right if we're in your house right now with you? We just heard you say friend.
God.
God.
Are you searching for God? Are you waiting for God? Did you expect to meet God and you haven't?
Bunch of.
You can select from the words in the rose tube obelisk, or you can come near that. It's got a little green light.
Oliver, we have a bunch of devices that we're going to test tonight. We're going to go grab a few more. We
Hold
have.
on.
What? What?
Was that there the whole time?
It was in this room. Where was it when we came
I
in?
sworn that corner was empty.
Did
I don't know where
that
it
just
was.
did that just move right now?
I have no idea, dude.
Did you happen to catch it on camera?
I'm gonna have to look.
When we okay. Yeah, let's get a static camera up here.
Okay,
And I think we should put some REM pods in the hall.
that's a good idea. We'll definitely put something right there to work.
Did you hear it sounded like maybe like 3 footsteps or something?
No,
It's like
I was talking.
No.
Uh-uh.
Not even in my shoes. There's a bunch of crazy writing on the walls. For whatever reason, though, it seems like we're getting the most activity. Maybe that was Oliver's room?
Yeah.
Oliver, was this your room over here? Oliver, is that you? Are you lighting up that device right now?
What the hell is triggering that thing?
It just stopped.
Bro. Corner of my eye. Look at that.
We also had the static camera in that room the whole time, and the static camera actually captured all 3 of these lighting up on their own, which is pretty incredible. I think I'm gonna get the Ouija board, man. Whoa!
What
Bro.
the fuck did you just do?
I didn't do. That thing just fell. Do you not want us to get the Ouija board? Did you catch that?
I think so, yeah.
You got that on your camera too? Whoa! Huh. Okay. If you don't want us to use the Ouija board. Are you gonna say something? Seems like you have a very strong presence here. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. Okay. Alright, let's spin it 3 times.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oliver, we know that you're here. You've shown us a ton of signs and activity tonight. Can you just spell something out on this board for us one time and deliver a message? Can you tell us what you want?
Can you help us better understand what you're trying to tell us? Why you're moving objects? You can tell us how old you are. You can tell us with the numbers down there, the last year you remember. You can make it so that yeah, just get up. It just went. Yeah, there's like. Don't go to goodbye yet. I can't take my hands off. Don't go to goodbye yet.
Oliver, if that's you, can you please spell something on this board? We can hear you. We know that you're present.
You know you're in trouble, and it won't be easy to get rid of the jinn once you know it's a child. They are, as I mentioned, playful, and as you just saw in the video, they use the basketball to convey their message, even though it was only Oliver. I don't know what has been happening lately, but it seems like a lot of convenience stores have been getting haunted by ghosts. Like there are many new content creators popping up with their videos where they share their own experience. Either this is some way of promoting the store, so people may be more interested to know what store it is to make a visit, or these employees are getting bored during the night shift that they find themselves creating this content. That's if these videos were staged, but what if they were real? That brings up a very good question to the table, a question that isn't easily answered unless you're a confident person who thinks as a debunker he is above an average person. But where does that take us? Back to school, which isn't that far from now. In all seriousness, it takes us to Antonio, a man or a boy with no fear. At first glance, you may be tricked to believe that he doesn't have fear in his heart and that he is the man of the hour when the paranormal activity hits at its peak. But that's because he was wearing a face mask, and you couldn't tell exactly how emotionally affected he was. But he was working the night shift, and when he heard sounds coming from the workhouse area, he had to record the moment. Then he stood up and went to see what was causing the noise, believing he could confront it. But before he made it there, a message from the hidden world was sent as a pack of diapers fell off the shelf somehow. When Antonio walked in that room where the noise was coming from, he was already crumbling. The lights were flickering on the top floor. As he went up there, it took only moments to send him to the monitoring area as some object was thrown to the floor, which made Antonio scurry in fear.
Tengo rato escuchando un ruido aquí en mi trabajo, en la bodega, y estoy solo. Y quería grabar a ver si, no sé, tengo mucho miedo. No me había pasado algo así, como de algo de sustos o algo. Pero tengo rato escuchando eso. Ay, no me animo a ir para allá, güey. Después de un rato me animo a ver, güey. Tengo mucho miedo, güey, la neta. Nunca me había pasado algo así, güey. A ver. Fui yo. Ese fui yo. Creo que la moví con la camisa. Tengo un rato que escucho ya cosas. Me da mucho miedo. Mucho miedo me da, güey. O sea, güey, checa esa pinche luz, güey. ¿Tú crees que quieren ganas de subir ahí arriba? ¿Tú crees que tengo ganas de subir ahí arriba? ¿Qué pedo? Güey, esto parece película de terror, güey. Lo bueno es que tengo este foco, güey. Y acá arriba, por ejemplo, tengo... Acá me da miedo a veces que siento que me están viendo, güey. Ya me prendo el pinche foco, güey. Y, güey, vete a la verga, güey. No se habrá metido alguien aquí a robar. Tengo un chingo de miedo, güey. Tengo un chingo de miedo, güey. Me deja prender la lámpara, güey. Eso es la verga. No se ve nada, güey. ¡La madre, güey! ¡A la verga, güey! ¡A la verga, güey! No, güey, chinga tu madre, güey. No, ya no entro ahí, güey. Su puta, no, ahorita le hablo a mi jefe. No le hablo a mi jefe, a la verga, no.
I don't think he should be working the night shift again. At least he shouldn't be doing so alone. He should also really investigate the history of the place. Maybe some child was missing in the store and was found later out of our world. Look, we all love to take a good nap after a long day of work. Even I do like that, but here is a problem. I take naps even after a long day of rest and comfort. I don't know what's wrong with my body, but it seems like it easily gives up on me whenever a chance presents itself for me to sleep. But I know for sure that I would only fall for it if I'm in my own property or at my parents' house. Other than that, you won't catch me paralyzed. Even if it's in the hospital and I have to go under surgery, these doctors won't catch me sleeping for their anesthetic needles. No, I'm better than that. But a place where neither me nor you would be down for a nap is a haunted abandoned place. It doesn't necessarily have to be haunted by a ghost. It could be haunted by some people. And this takes us to Bren Richardson, as known as Flex, because he is such a flexible man. And I'm not joking here. I don't do that for free, but the man is totally flexible. How can't he be when he could easily sleep in an abandoned, rusty old farmhouse without a shiver? He is a camper and also an investigator. He mostly does camping videos, and he targets abandoned places mostly. He mentioned that he investigated or visited the farmhouse before but had to come back again. Why is that though? Did he find a treasure he couldn't bring home the first time because someone or something chased him? Or is it that he found a bed frame where he could put his mattress on to take a nap and he had to try it again? As ridiculous as these theories may sound, they aren't far from reality. In the video, he sat his mattress on a bed frame he found there and took a nap. But it didn't last for long because he heard a noise and turned out there was someone walking around inside the house. Flex was shaking on the inside and had to stay quiet until he made sure he could escape.
Ever noticed that last time? It's like a checkered board or something. But yeah, it's just a really, really old farmhouse. There's not really a lot in here. But the reason I want to do this is because of what we found last time paranormal wise, and it was a bit strange. So there's a bed upstairs in one of the bedrooms if I remember rightly, so we're going to go and have a look. Don't know if you can tell, but I'm not feeling good about this. Yeah, it's the wind. So I don't know if you can hear that, it is really windy outside. Thankfully I've got the only room with a working window. What's that noise? I think paranoia. When I get quiet, I go quiet. But I'm sure I saw someone's feet. I definitely heard something. Pretty sure I haven't left anything. As quiet as I can.
How could he even close his eyes comfortably? Dude, I can't even close my eyes for long when I'm taking a shower. Even though I'm a grown-up, I still can't do that. We all know the fear of being left alone, and here I'm not talking about being left alone by others and feeling the solitude way of living. It's not that emotively deep. I'm talking about being left alone in the house. When we were kids, that always terrified us. In fact, our parents wouldn't leave us alone because they were afraid that we might break loose and mess up the house. But what they don't know is that we wanted someone looking after us in such a situation more than anyone else, because we are afraid of the unknown. Now, as we grow up, we look back at those times and think how silly we were, but what if we were not? That question will be answered in the next video. It isn't a scientific proof of why we were right, it's more like a poltergeist proof. We have Celeste, a girl who is fully matured to say the least, so she isn't that young to act foolish when left alone in her family's house. Her family left her to stay alone for a couple of nights as they were on a trip or something. It doesn't matter where they headed, what matters is where Celeste was left. She was safe, but not all the way through. As she began hearing noises outside her room, she had to keep the door locked so these ghosts wouldn't get in because they believe what we believe. As long as you're under the blanket or in a room where we feel safe, they can't get in. Celeste did leave the room to check the place but found no evidence of movement until one night she found the house's entrance door open. She sat her iPhone outside the room to record if any paranormal events occurred, but these demons wanted her to experience the activity live. As she was checking on the recording, an object fell off, followed by a shadow figure peeking at her, while the lights were also turned off on her suddenly.
Estoy acostada aquí, literal no hay nadie. No sé qué voy a hacer, me da miedo ir a ver. Yo creo que me voy a parar a ver. No mames, no mames. Y eso no estaba tirado ahorita. El cereal se supone que estaba allá arriba. No mames, la neta, no mames. No, vete a la verga. Vete a la verga, vete a la verga. Plebes, en serio. No mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta. Please, lo creo que me da mucho miedo. Please, la neta no sé qué hacer ya me cansé, ya me dio miedo, no sé qué voy a hacer. Voy a cerrar la puerta y le voy a poner seguro porque la neta no se ve nada. Pero fíjate. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Por qué hace eso la cámara? Por ahí se escucha un ruido. Como por ahí. No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué vergas es eso? ¿Qué vergas es eso? Me está dando miedo. Te lo juro que estoy temblando. ¡No! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! Estoy aquí afuera de la casa. Me da miedo. Me da miedo. Me da miedo meterme ya. ¡Vete a la verga! Ya me dio miedo. Porque sí me ha pasado cosas, la neta. Pero se mira para acá. Y escuchen, no se ve, no hay nada. No hay nada. No mames, no mames. ¿Vieron eso? No mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué pedo? Güey, no mames. ¿Qué vergas es eso? ¡No mames! No mames. No mames, no mames.
Segunda parte.
After the shadow figure incident, she called the police to inspect the house, and they couldn't help her out, as they found no signs of intruders. And what baffled me more is that pink-colored thing she recorded moving. I still can't tell what it was. It looks like a towel or a tail. It also looks like you haven't subscribed or watched the next video on screen.